So Rockstar finally dropped the Newswire regarding what to expect in the December 2021 update. And I'm joined by a very special guest.
Hello.
Hi, Riley.
How you doing?
Fancy meeting you here.
I know, considering I'm next to you.
Okay, so we're going to go over the information that Rockstar dropped in the Newswire. By the way, Riley's channel, link below in the description section. This December, GTA Online update will add a wide range of new experience, improvements, and more. First installment of a massive multi-part update. That sounds interesting.
I have to see it before I believe it.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so here's the Newswire. By the way, the Newswire also linked below in the description section. And for all of us, I guess, that participated in the Heist Challenge, I think even if you didn't participate, you're still going to get this car. So we have a car that we're going to be rewarded. So we'll talk more about that in a minute. New improvements and more coming soon this month's GTA Online update. Notice how they don't mention an exact day. So a lot of us were speculating that it would be a week from today, because that's when the next GTA Plus for December is going to begin, I guess.
Right.
But this may not be necessarily the case. We may be waiting an additional week, or they'll just drop it a week from now.
Yeah, the best thing we know is that it's going to come out in December, I guess.
Yeah. With this year drawing to a close, we'd like to thank our devoted community for enterprising criminals, creators, competitors in GTA Online, and provide some details on what's still to come. It's been incredible to see everyone share some snapmatics of UFOs above the Los Santos skyline in our biggest Halloween event yet. It was a good event. I thought
didn't
it was.
even bother participating in it.
I know you didn't, but I personally thought it was a good event. So I give Rockstar props for that. So you'd rep their favorite soda between Sprunk and E-Cola. That one I kind of throw a little doubt at, because I think that Sprunk won because it had way more members than E-Cola. So rigged.
Right. Oh, you were Team Junk.
Yeah, I was Team Junk, but all we got was a parachute bag that, we put the parachute bag in the inventory, and yet when you log back in the game, it still has the default parachute.
Yeah,
so it's pointless. Enjoy the featured races and modes from talented creators around the world via the Community Series, which is basically Rockstar Verified 2.0.
Yeah.
They just renamed it and brought it back. Most recently, scoring incredible $4 trillion collectively in the Heist Challenge. As a result of that absolutely staggering take in the Heist Challenge, new vehicle in the upcoming GTA Online update, retro-styled the classy Tahoma Coupe, will be made available to all GTA Online players for a limited period later this month. So I'm guessing that the Tahoma Coupe is this ride.
I mean, this is the classy right there.
Yeah, the classy Tacoma Coupe. Now, is it a coupe or is it a muscle car? Because they do that. They'll call something a sports car and they'll make it a coupe, or they'll call it this and they'll make it that. They'll make a van a freaking muscle car.
Right.
So is this actually a coupe, Rockstar? Because it has coupe in the name, and we don't really have as many coupes, so it would be cool if this was like a classic coupe.
I guess we'll see. It's going to be called the Classic Coupe, and it says sports next to it. You'll see.
Sports classic.
Yeah.
So it'll be a sports classic, or else it's going to be a muscle car, or maybe it'll be an SUV.
Even if it has coupe in the name.
Yeah.
No sense.
All right, so in case you're wondering, this is the free car, and you'll have a limited time to, I guess, acquire it whenever the update comes out. Okay, so let's move on. They're actually making some improvements to the iFruit phone. So this is actually a pleasant surprise. And the rumors about, Dax being a character, he's a juggalo. He doesn't really look like a juggalo in this image, but he's apparently a juggalo. And he's the leader of the juggalos, and he's going to be our new contact in the next update. So general improvements. Get your favorite iFruit contacts faster. Select when the contacts to display and which ones to hide in the interaction menu. So this is something a lot of us have been asking for, because you get all these contacts throughout all the updates.
That are useless.
Absolutely. And you just want to access like the Mechanic, Pegasus, Lester, Morse Mutual.
And that's it.
And that's it. That's all we want, Rockstar. So the rest of them, including Moody Man and Cess, yeah, they're getting
out of there.
They're getting hidden. English Dave, hidden. Goodbye.
Laszlo, etc.
I like Laszlo, though. But anyways, another thing about iFruit, do you know that the iFruit app was removed from the stores?
Yeah.
And a lot of people are hoping that this might mean that in this update that we'll finally be able to customize our license plates in Los Santos Garage. But I don't think there's any mention of that in this Newswire. So maybe it'll be a surprise.
Well, it'll be a multi-part update. Maybe it'll be later.
A future update in 2023, maybe. Yeah. Benefactor Terabyte can now be used to launch business cell missions in all session types, including invite-only sessions, so that's good for everybody.
Yeah, they finally fixed that.
So they fixed that, so bravo. Take on Agatha's casino story missions as a solo operator by visiting the management office of the Diamond Casino and Resort. These missions previously required at least 2 players. So this will add a bit of challenge to somebody that wants to go back and replay these. And if you remember a while back, you did one of these missions.
And we did all of them together.
Yeah. But, yeah, that was fun. And some people might have saw that video a while back.
Yeah, I do remember. It was the last mission. We did a stealth approach, and the outcome never changes. It's still the same.
Personally, I don't think I'd want to do these solo, but I'm sure there's a lot of people in GTA that would love the try it start to finish solo, just to see if they can do it.
Right.
So that'd be kind of cool. PS5, Xbox Series X will add ray trace reflections, rendering real-time reflections on many surfaces via fidelity mode graphics settings. So that's good news. Yeah. That is an improvement, so I do like that. Moving down to vehicle updates. New vehicle purchases will arrive in your garage faster than before. I wonder how Rockstar's pulling that off. Because they've had, 9+ years to sort that one out.
Yeah, I wonder what took them so long.
So
whatever.
Yeah, whatever. But, yay. I mean, we're used to waiting a few minutes for the vehicle.
Yeah.
As long as we get the vehicle, that's all most of us really care about.
Yeah.
Select custom weaponized vehicles can now be used in races where appropriate weapons will be disabled. So this is good because we have the Ardent Classic and the Deluxo, 2 really good sports classics that up until this point could not be used in sports classic races. So if we're going by this information, I'm guessing we'll be able to use the Deluxo in regular sports classic races as well as the Ardent, hopefully.
I want to use the Ardent. I love that car.
Yeah, it is a nice looking car. So is the Deluxo because it's, the DeLorean. Yeah, the DeLorean from one of our favorite movies of all time.
My favorite movie of all time.
It's also mine. I mean, it's not at the top of my list, but bicycles will be added to the list of vehicles that can be requested from your personal garage when calling the mechanic. This is a feature that should have been in the game from day one.
Yeah.
Because we've had bicycles from day one.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of people have complained to Rockstar, like, hey, why can't we call up our bicycles? They're in the garage as well.
Yeah, you always have to go to the garage to go get one.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's technically a vehicle. So if you want to, pull out your BMX and just bounce around, now you don't have to worry about going back to the garage to grab the sculpture or the BMX. Or I wish they had, the ability to customize them a bit, but I guess that's asking too much.
Mm-hmm.
Players on PS5, Xbox Series X and S can enjoy full access to HAL's special works without needing to complete HAL's introductory race. I don't really think this was necessary.
No.
The race doesn't take long.
No, it's just 6 minutes. You go do it, finish it, there you go. That's it.
Were people actually making a big deal about that? Of course they were, probably.
Probably.
It didn't bother me. I'm like, okay, cool, I can do a race. I'm not the best at racing, but I kind of like racing, from our Racing Badly series.
It's a free trial, so you can test out what the HSW is all about.
Yeah, and the Turismo Classic HSW. Yeah. It's fun, and if I can complete it in the amount of time given, most people could as well. Maybe people just weren't able to do it.
Which is insane. I mean, it doesn't take that much.
You mean there's worse racers in GTA Online than me? Shocking.
I mean, we've seen heist players. You'll see racers. We'll see.
All right, so moving down to the economy updates. Completing vehicle cargo cell missions in public sessions will award high demand bonus. So people that enjoy doing the special vehicle cargo missions, which is basically the theme of the game, Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
You're going to get a little something extra bonus-wise for doing it, I guess, in a public lobby?
Yeah, which is good because it was the only business that did not have that.
Yeah.
All the other businesses had high demand bonus. This is the only one that didn't have it, and I haven't seen anybody doing vehicle cargo in a quick minute, so I guess this is good. I mean, maybe people will do it now.
Yeah, I think this is going to pique interest for anybody that does have a vehicle warehouse that's sitting there collecting dust.
Right.
And this one, I'll let you read because you're happy about this update.
Right. While payouts on smuggler cell missions will permanently be tripled.
That is good news for everyone that has a hangar and actually likes doing the smuggler cell missions.
Right, because I don't know if you all remember, but in 2017, the hangar actually gave you a lot of money, and it's how I basically grew up my account. But then they nerfed it in Doomsday, if I'm not mistaken, because apparently they said it was a glitch, that it was giving you more money than it should have.
Yeah.
And now they're buffing it again. The thing is that when it was double money, nobody did it. Nobody touched it. and now they're permanently putting on triple, which is good because imagine triple with double money.
Yeah, I just wish they would tweak a few things, like with the Titan mission, how slow the Titan goes when you're protecting it from helicopters. And there's also another one that's kind of glitched, I think. I don't know, remember which one it was, but I would like to see some improvements made to some of the smuggler cell missions as well. And I think this is something you've been wanting, either A, increase storage space for the hangars for more aircraft, or give us the ability to buy 2 hangars, like one at LSIA and one at Fort Z. See, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Whether or not that ends up happening remains to be seen. The next part is about the GTA Shark cards being revalued. I did talk about this in my GTA Players Don't Buy Shark Cards video, shameless plug. So if you want to know more about that, it's linked below in the description section as we move on. So let's look at the screenshots. So we see a few things. It looks like this is going to be the fast travel taxi. And they're using a classic 1950s era taxi for the fast traveling. So it won't be your standard taxi cab from Downtown Cab Company. It'll be this one. So you'll be able to fast travel around the map. I don't know how they're going to do that. I guess it's going to be similar to like your businesses, your properties. You'll be able to fast travel from property to property. Or is it going to be from Los Santos to Sandy Shores to Grapeseed to Paleto Bay?
I guess.
So I guess we'll find out how the fast travel for the taxi service works.
It just would be nice if you could just pause the game, put the waypoint, deliver me here, there you go.
Yeah, maybe it'll work that way because you can call up a taxi and have them drive you there, but they won't fast travel you from point A to point B.
In story mode, they do that.
Yeah,
but not here.
Yeah, in both GTA 4 and 5, they would do that.
Yeah.
So maybe they're just implementing that into GTA Online as well, which once again, why didn't they do that 9 years ago? But
I don't know.
A funny story just came into my mind. I remember I thought that we'd be able to do the same thing in the early days of GTA Online. So I called up a taxi to take me from, I think it was the Eclipse Towers. This was back on the 360, by the way, to the airport. And I thought it would fast travel me there, but to my disappointment, it wouldn't. And so I was in a public lobby in a taxi at the mercy of everybody else. It did not end well.
You got blown up.
Yeah. Basically. At least back then, we didn't have broomsticks and orb cannons. It was a lot more fun. And there's also some interesting vehicles here at what Trevor's and Chef's meth lab or, discount liquor store, which is the front. You were pointing out that thing over there.
They cannot see it. But the thing he's pointing at is the Brigade Custom.
Yeah.
It looks like the Brigade.
Yeah.
It just looks like it's custom. It's probably going to be called that. The Brigade Custom.
Probably.
You see a Ram. That's probably going to be like the Cell vehicle.
Yeah.
Like
for the new business.
For the new business. I don't know. I'm giving it a shot here. And the Ram, it looks useless. It looks literally like the Mule Custom Ram and all other Rams that are crap.
It's not like the Phantom Wedge.
It's not like the Phantom Wedge or... What is the other one?
That one car that's basically a Ram with wheels on it.
Yeah.
It's a fun car. I think it's one of the special vehicles. But yeah, I hope that even though it looks like it can't do shit, I'm hoping that it actually is able to scoop people out of the way just like the Phantom Wedge does.
Right.
But there's also a Journey over here that's customized.
It's going to be like the Journey custom. It's going to be like $500K.
That's great. We get to go to the desert and cook with Jesse and Walter in our own Journey.
I bet that's going to be a reference in the mission.
Of course it is. I think there already is a reference to Breaking Bad in a previous, I don't know if it was a contact mission or something, or was it a death match from years ago, or LTS, but there's already a reference to Breaking Bad. But that's a great series, along with Better Call Saul. But yeah, I've never seen a Journey that's red and black and white, so maybe we're getting a customizable Journey.
Yeah, the Journey custom.
So is that the business that we're going to be able to go quote-unquote cook? But we already have math labs in GTA Online already.
Maybe you'll be able to combine it, like the nightclub.
Maybe.
I
don't know. But yeah, it looks like some customizable vehicles here. I don't know what's up with the Emperor. The Emperor's just chilling right there. Maybe that's just a nothing burger.
Right.
Who knows? But I'm trying to see if there's anything else worth noticing. Do you see anything?
No. I guess this is Chef's lab, so are we going to see Chef along with Dax?
Maybe. I guess. I don't...
Or are we going to see like a Trevor cameo? Doubt it.
I doubt it. I doubt Stephen Ogg would come back for that unless he recorded dialogue for something a long, long time ago, because we know he's moved on from the cartoon known as GTA Online.
Right.
Allegedly.
All right, so what about this taxi? What do you think of this taxi?
I like it. It's a cool looking taxi. I do like the retro 1950s look to it, and that's what I'm getting from this. I don't know if it was necessary for them to add this taxi because they already had the standard taxi in the game.
And they also have the Dynasty. Do you remember the Dynasty?
Yeah, the Dynasty. Yeah, I would love to have this as a purchasable and customizable vehicle. I don't know if that's going to happen.
I think it will be.
We'll see. I highly doubt it. But, it's just something they'll add to the game that we want, that they'll never give us, that we'll try to illegally get, just like with a few other vehicles.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think that's pretty much all we can deduce from this image as we move on. These experience improvements and more will arrive alongside the next GTA Online update for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, PC. Coming later this month, take a walk on the wild side of Blaine County in the first installment of a massive multi-part update taking you across the expanse of southern San Andreas, featuring some familiar faces, a new trope of entrepreneur misfits on a mission to expand the minds of the citizens of Los Santos. So maybe that has something to do with the acid lab. Maybe it's like LSD we're making, like trip, like an acid trip. So maybe that's the business that we'll be using the journey for in the Brickade Custom 4.
I guess we'll see.
We'll see one trip at a time, plus expect a fleet of new vehicles, world events, contact missions, and more. Thank you all so much for playing such a huge part of the continued growth, exciting new highs for GT Online. Be it all your valuable constructive feedback. So they're asking you for your feedback.
Buff the Valkyrie. That's my feedback.
Yeah, buff the Valkyrie and a few other things. So that's pretty much it for the Newswire. So overall, we don't have an official release date for this update. It could come as early as a week from today, or it could be 2 or 3 weeks later before the end of December. I get the feeling they're going to put this update out before the quote-unquote winter event.
Yeah.
So expect it either on the 13th of December or the 20th.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that ballpark. But overall, what are your thoughts about this information?
Overall, pretty positive. I always like quality of life changes. For the most part, the things that I use, like the phone, I'm glad that they're actually changing the phone, which is good because I hate going for all the contacts.
Yeah.
But that's.
I think most of us feel the same way.
That's the one I use the most. And now that the Smuggler's Run is getting buffed, I love that business. It's my favorite business. It's too bad that it sucked, but now that it's actually being tripled, it's gonna be even better. So far so good, and the rest is just quality of life changes, which I appreciate. But as for the new vehicles and everything, I've yet to see.
Yeah,
besides the car.
The car, the Brickade Custom, and the Journey Custom, and the Fast Travel Taxi.
Yeah.
That's 4 vehicles. So I guess 3 of them at least count as part of the drip, I guess. They're going to be I guess they'll be day 1 vehicles.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, especially if the Journey Custom and the Brickade Custom are tied to the new business, which I guess is going to be LSD based because of the quote-unquote acid lab. Mm-hmm. And the Juggalo Dax being the contact going forward in this mission. I just feel like this is lined up to be, for most people, I think it's going to be an underwhelming update. I don't think it's going to be as big as, say, the contract.
But it's just multi-parts. So.
Exactly. They're going to try and stretch this thing out. So I guess what they're going to do is they're going to add an update in a week or 2 from now, and they're going to have a lot of it locked for dripping for the next several months into 2023.
Yeah, like Criminal Enterprises.
Exactly. But it won't just be vehicles. It'll be other parts of this update.
Right.
And the quality of life stuff I like, but I'm not exactly overwhelmed by what this update could be. Because we already have warehouses, we already have businesses that are similar. I feel like this is more the same copy pasta. But hopefully all the stuff they are going to improve in the game, quality of life stuff we've been asking for, will improve the game significantly. And hopefully there'll be good vehicles that come out day 1 and good vehicles that'll be dripped out. But we'll just have to wait and see.
I guess. But yeah, they did say they're going to buff the pals for smugglers, which they didn't do in the Criminal Enterprise. It's the only business. So I'm expecting a new jet or helicopter.
Yeah, I
don't think so.
Yeah, probably not, because I don't think there was a new motorcycle for the biker business.
No.
They didn't even bother with a new we had some crappy vehicles in the last drip.
Yeah.
And not one motorcycle was added for the bikers.
No.
So at the moment, as much as I would like for there to be a new attack helicopter, a new fighter jet to make you happy and all the fellow pilots happy, including myself, I don't know. I think there might just be bog standard cars. But
I highly doubt it,
then again, I hope we're pleasantly surprised. I hope we have some new agency upgrade vehicles with Amani Tech. I hope we have some new HSW vehicles as well. And I also hope that we're finally able to go into the garage, whether it's the Los Santos Customs or our personal garages or any of the other ones in the game, like Los Santos, which one's the new one that we were talking about a moment ago where HSW is?
Tuners.
Yes.
The car shop.
The car shop, yes. All of them. I want them all to be where we can go in and create and purchase our own customizable plates. Because the iFruit app has sucked for years.
That's true.
It was broke. And it's been replaced, apparently, or taken completely out of like the Droid shop and the Apple shop.
The Play Store.
Yeah, on the iPhone and the Droids and smartphones. So it's gone now. So you gotta, at the very least, give us the ability to have customizable plates and create customizable plates in the future. I think it'll probably be $100,000 a pop, just like with the iFruit phone, unless they make the price higher. But I hope they don't do that.
Right.
But anyways, once again, article link below in the description section. Riley's channel link below in the description section. She might be playing some Overwatch Season 2 in the very near future because that dropped earlier today. And if you want to learn more about the revaluing of the shark cards and why you should not buy shark cards, don't buy shark cards. Feel free and check out my other video. Also, link below in the description section. Your thoughts, views, and opinions, as always, welcome below in the comments section.
Bye-bye.